Hi people, it's Richard again from MJPerformance, aka Psycho. Bit of a different intro with this vehicle. We'd like to let it introduce itself. This is the MSRT WRC transit van. The vehicle's one of one, so I hope you like the video. Can't beat that sound.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Right guys, where do we start with this van? We'll start at the front because there's so much kit on this vehicle. We say it's one of one because it is. It's the only MSRT van that was fully specced, and Martin's spec sheet was as list as long as your arm, and every option that the van came with, he was the only customer to order every option. Yeah, we'll start with the front of the vehicle. This vehicle even comes with the WRC laser spotlights. They will actually burn your retinas. They're the same make as what they use on the WRC Fiestas. Yeah, they're really good. They work really well. Yeah, under the satin black bonnet. It says here it's powered by Steinbauer. The van is, we've had it tuned to 220 brake horsepower, and it's roughly 316 foot-pound of torque. Yeah, there's a few changes under here, as you can see, that MSRT have done. There's a different induction kit. We've got all the ITG inlet manifold. These are available from MJPerformance. They are now a dealer for these induction kits for the van. They do make a difference. Yeah, making a huge difference to this vehicle. Yeah, and as you can see, is the tuning box and bits and pieces that's sat on top of the original ECU. Yeah, which is labelled MSRT. It's manufactured by Steinbauer, and again, MJPerformance is now a dealer and for Steinbauer. And if you want your transit van to have similar power and upgrades, then you know, this is the place to go. We'll have a walk around now with the rest of the vehicle. Yeah, whilst we're still at the front of the van, as you can see, this is you know, only comes with the MSRT vehicles. This front splitter, which they mould themselves in house up at Van Sport. Yeah, it looks really aggressive. Obviously, we detailed it ourselves to match our colour scheme. You know, with the hexagons and the colour of the car. This is what we've, you know, obviously we've had our guys put all the finishing touches to the vehicle with you know, the wing mirrors being covered, yeah, yeah, all the sign writing. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better advert for your business. It's just a rolling advert. People look, they stare, and you know, it does have its uses. Obviously, we tow the vehicles to and from track and customers' cars if we need to. It's used for picking up parts and delivering parts, you know, so it does have its uses. We'll have a look at the wheels, tyres and brakes now. Yeah, obviously not your average standard Transit wheels and tyres. Tyres are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. Yeah, the vehicle is wide track by 40mm. These wheels, they look the same as the other MSRT Transit wheels, but you'll notice there's no OZ stamped in here. These wheels were actually made for Ken Block for his van, but he never collected the vehicles. So Martin, when he heard about this, had to have them, and we got a certificate signed by the factory to say that they were, you know, Ken Block's wheels. So another talking point for the vehicle. Hiding behind there, you can see the lovely yellow caliper. They are 6-pot calipers. The van stops on a 6-pence. We've taken it out on the track at Donington. We were out braking some of the cars into the corners. Yeah, they work really well. And as I think you'll agree, the wheels look stunning. On the front and rear of this vehicle, again, it's the only van to have it done. It's got the full Ryger suspension on it, so front coilovers and shocks and springs are all made by Ryger, which supply the suspension for the WRC Fiestas, and the same on the rear. Shocks and springs made by Ryger. We had to wait a bit longer for them, but it was worth it. The vehicle doesn't roll around. Yeah, and again, it's the only MSRT van to have the full Ryger suspension. Behind the rear wheel, we've got these lovely sawtooth discs with which are drilled. Yeah, they look lovely with the calipers in behind. Again, Pilot Sport 4S's. Yeah, the tyres work really well. Yeah, we loved it out on track. Yeah, it performed really well. Obviously, didn't have, because of its weight, didn't have quite the power on the straights as the cars did, but I think it surprised a few of them when it was glued to the rear end through the corners. If you're wondering at all why the WRC MSRT Transit, is because Malcolm Wilson rang Van Sport. He's involved with them quite heavily, and he said he wanted as much on this Transit, on the 50 Transits that they were building, that was relevant to the WRC Fiesta that he built. So it was down to tyres, OZ wheels, Ryger suspension, and again, you can see by all the advertising, you know, everything that is advertised on the side of the van is on the van. There's the OZ racing wheels, the Michelin tyres, the Sparco seats, which we'll show you in a minute. iBack is they make some of the on the other vans they've made the springs, but we've gone with the Ryger suspension, which is here, and obviously OneBet are one of their sponsors. Yeah, and obviously, as we said, we use this as a big billboard for the company, and these are all our partners we work with or we're dealers for. Van Sport were rather anal about this van. They've even changed the locks here. I know Transits had a problem with the locks on their vans, but these have got deadbolts. There's a special key for them, you know, because obviously nobody wants their pride and joy being taken away from them. We'll have a good old look inside the van now, if you like. Yeah, to show you the interior, which again is bespoke to this van. You've got the Sparco seats, which are really comfortable to sit in. They're lovely. They hug you. they look really nice. The red stitching is the only vehicle you will see the red stitching on. Is Martin spec'd that on his order list. Again, the MSRT pulled it out of the bag for him. Vansport were really accommodating. You've got the red seat belts, again the red dials, which is all different. The steering wheel is lovely. Obviously the MRT steering wheel with the top dead center on it. Yeah, if we move to the rear passage compartment of the vehicle, again, this is totally bespoke to this van. It may look similar to the others, but these seats are removable. Again, MSRT pulled it out of the bag. As you can see, there's Alcantara in the middle and the cloth design on the rear. The headlining was specially built for the van. Again, it's the only one you'll see like it. It's very similar to the Audi RS4. I think that's where it was inspired from. Same type of material used. These seats either fold up or they remove totally, and then we've got a totally open back to the car, or the van, sorry. So when we're away, track days, whatever, take the seats out and reduce weight for number one, play on the track, but also gives you a nice sleeping area or even more carry space. So yeah, it's a stunning vehicle, as you can see. Yeah, we love it, absolutely love it. Yeah, just before we finish on the interior, we'll just take you to the build plaque for the vehicle. As you see, it's on the side of the seat where the rest of them are, but this one, it's an MSRT WRC Transit. It's build number 27. We had to choose the numbers, and this was chosen by the boss. It's Laura's birthday and she laid the law down, and that's the number we chose. Right guys, we thought we'd give you a little bit of history behind. Everybody's been asking why the Hexagons and why the different colours. Yeah, the Hexagons date back a long way back into Martin's history. You know, so it'll give you a bit of background about him as well. He this is where it all started. This is Martin's three-door from back in the day. He owned this car and it was developed with Severn Valley, and the Hexagons actually come from, if you are fortunate enough to own an Escort Cosworth and have one with the cloth seats, the Hexagons are a Ford design for the cloth seats. So Martin decided he liked the look of it, and then took it to the outside of his car and decided to use it again when MJPerformance was formed. Yeah, this is obviously his three-door with it on. This was an evil little car in its day, and this was Martin's RS 500. As you can see, got the Hexagons on again. It's one of the Castle Combs RS Owners Club test days. As you can see from the registration, it was a serious car at the time. I think it was one of the quickest RS 500s around. Yeah, so obviously the Hexagons, that's where the design was inspired from, and you know, long may it continue. As for the colours of the Hexagons, you know, originally Martin had them here, as you can see, in a blue, grey and a purple, which look lovely, but the colours behind these Hexagons are to do with, when we go to the shows you will see them, and to show Martin is a true RS enthusiast, he owns all three limited edition RS Focuses. He has got the RS, it's in blue, the limited edition, the RS limited edition, as you know. He is one of 500 cars built. He has the red edition, one of 300 cars built, and also the heritage edition, which is rather special, one of only 50 built. So yeah, if you wonder, you know, MJP serious, MJPerformance, are they serious? Well, hopefully we are true enthusiasts. As the sign says on the side of the van, obviously we've used the colours again in the MJP, and driven by enthusiasts is because at the end of the day we all are. We're enthusiasts first. You know, when you come to the garage and experience you know, the hospitality, the way you're greeted, you understand. And yeah, we hope you like what you see. And if you like the look of the vehicle and the way it's been designed and set up, we gave artistic license really to the guys over at Mr. Sticker in Salt Ash, and you know, we give him a rough idea of what we like, what we wanted, and he is the one who ultimately, you know, puts it on the vehicle. If you like what you see again on these videos, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, follow us. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers, guys.
You stole my heart of gold.